sometimes too, so I understand. But it's not real. It's not real. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. You're safe. You're safe. You're with me. I'm here. I'm not gonna leave you alone, okay? I'll stay with you. Would you like me to help you fall back asleep? Yeah. I'm happy to. I'm your friend. That's what friends are for. I know you love it when it rains. And since it's not storming anymore, hopefully that'll help you fall back asleep. But I can think of some other things that we can do to calm you down. Calm you down. Help you relax. Help you relax. And fall back asleep. I'll stay with you the whole time. Until you're back asleep. Okay? I was just reading a book. It's no trouble at all. I can finish as soon as you're asleep again. Okay? You know what? Your cheeks look really flushed. And your head is really warm. Yeah, your cheeks are feeling really warm too. And so is your head. That must have been some nightmare. Is it okay if I get a wet washcloth with some cool water to help try and cool you off a little bit? Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. I got this washcloth and I have soaked it in cold water. Cold water. Let's just It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Shh. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. This one's from Trader Joe's. It's their well-rested tea. Yeah, you think that would help? Of course, I'm happy to. Mug for you. Give me just a minute to go put the kettle on. Kettle, put the kettle on. Or if you're a James A. Caster fan, give me a second while I go boil the jug. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, it's done. I don't know if you can see the steam. Okay. We can let that steep for a little bit, but I'll put it off here to the side. That way you can have it whenever you're ready. It's okay. 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 I know it's already raining, and you really like those sounds, but I thought we might light one of your favorite candles that makes crackle sounds, and we can put that beside the bed, and that way you can have the ambient light from the candle and the crackle sounds mixed with the rain sounds, and I thought that might be really soothing. Yeah, okay. I have your favorite candle, coconut, and honey. Okay. See, in the amber container, it has a really nice glow. Shh. we can just tuck you in under this. See, I told you. It's really soft, right? Yeah. It's impossible to have bad dreams when you're tucked in under a cozy blanket. So soft, soft, and cozy, cozy. Is that helping you relax? Yeah. Okay, good. I'll make sure that you're nice and snug under there. Are you comfortable? Yeah, good. Can you hear it raining? Yeah. Just focus. Focus on the rain, on the drizzle, drizzle of water. The way it pitter patters on the roof. Pitter patter on the roof. Let yourself focus on the rain. Just listen to the sound of the rain as it falls. Let the sound lull you into sleep. Listen to the sound. Listen to the sound of the rain. Let it lull you into sleep. Let it lull you into sleep. Relax your mind. You are safe. It's okay for you to sleep again. You're not alone. It's okay for you to sleep again. You're tucked in. You've got nighttime tea. Your favorite candle is burning beside you. It's raining lightly outside. And you're not alone. Now that you're laying down again, under a cozy blanket, you can let your eyes close. Let your eyes drift closed. Let them close slowly, 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 while you relax into your pillow, into your pillow. And while you get ready for sleep, I thought the last thing that I could do for you until you're sound asleep is read to you from one of your favorite books. Which one? You're my friend. I know you. Okay. It was nearly midnight, and he was lying on his stomach in bed, the blankets drawn right over his head like a tent, a flashlight in one hand, and a large leather-bound book, A History of Magic by Mathilda Bagshot, propped open against the pillow. Harry moved the tip of his eagle feather quill down the page, frowning as he looked for something that would help him write his essay. Witch-burning in the 14th century was completely pointless. Discuss. The quill paused at the top of a likely-looking paragraph. Harry pushed his round glasses up the bridge of his nose, moved his flashlight closer to the book, and read. Non-magic people, more commonly known as muggles, were particularly afraid of magic in medieval times, but not very good at recognizing it. On the rare occasion they did catch a real witch or wizard, burning had no effect whatsoever. The witch or wizard would perform a basic flame-freezing charm, and then pretend to shriek with pain while enjoying a gentle tickling sensation. Indeed, Gwendolyn the wizard enjoyed being burned so much that she allowed herself to be caught no less than 47 times in various disguises. Harry put his quill between his teeth and reached underneath his pillow for his ink bottle and roll of parchment. Slowly and very carefully, he unscrewed the ink bottle, dipped his quill into it, and began to write, pausing every now and then to listen, because if any of the Dursleys heard the scratching of his quill on their way to the bathroom, he'd probably find himself locked in the cupboard under the stairs for the rest of the summer. The Dursley family of number 4 Privet Drive was the reason that Harry never enjoyed his summer holidays. Uncle Vernon, Aunt Petunia, and their son Dudley were Harry's only living relatives. They were muggles, and they had a very medieval attitude towards magic. Harry's dead parents, who had been a witch and wizard themselves, were never mentioned under the Dursleys' roof. For years, Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon had hoped that if they kept Harry as downtrodden as possible, they would be able to squash the magic out of him. To their fury, they had been unsuccessful. These days they lived in terror. These days they lived in terror. These days they lived in terror of anyone finding out that Harry spent most of the last 2 years at Hogwarts, School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The most they could do, however, was to lock away Harry's spellbooks, wand, cauldron, and broomstick at the start of summer break and forbid him to talk to the neighbors. This separation from his spellbooks had been a real problem for Harry because his teachers at Hogwarts had given him a lot of holiday work. One of the essays, a particularly nasty one about shrinking potions, was for Harry's least favorite teacher, Professor Snape, who would be delighted to have an excuse to give Harry detention for a month. Harry had therefore seized his chance in the first week of the holidays, while Uncle Vernon, Aunt Petunia, and Dudley had gone out into the front garden to admire Uncle Vernon's new company car in very loud voices so that the rest of the street would notice it too. Harry had crept downstairs, picked the lock on the cupboard under the stairs, grabbed some of his books, and hidden them in the bedroom. As long as he didn't leave spots of ink on the sheets, the Dursleys need never know that he was studying magic by night. Magic, magic, magic. Harry was particularly keen to avoid trouble with his aunt and uncle at the moment, as they were already in an especially bad mood with him, all because he'd received a telephone call from a fellow wizard 1 week into the school vacation. Ron Weasley, who was one of Harry's best friends at Hogwarts, came from a whole family of wizards. This meant he Most unluckily, it had been Uncle Vernon who had answered the call. Vernon Dursley speaking. Harry, who happened to be in the room at the time, froze as he heard Ron's voice answer. Hello, hello, can you hear me? I want to talk to Harry Potter. Ron was yelling so loudly that Uncle Vernon jumped and held the receiver a foot away from his ear, staring at it with an expression of mingled fury and alarm. Who is this? He roared in the direction of the mouthpiece. Who are you? Ron. Weasley. Ron bellowed back as though he and Uncle Vernon were speaking from opposite ends of a football field. I'm a friend of Harry's from school. Uncle Vernon's small eyes swiveled around to Harry, who was rooted to the spot. There is no Harry Potter here. He roared, now holding the receiver at arm's length, as though frightened it might explode. I don't know what school you're talking about. Never contact me again. Don't you come near my family. And he threw the receiver back onto the telephone as if dropping a poisonous spider. The fight that had followed had been one of the worst ever. How dare you give this number to people like you? Uncle Vernon had roared, spraying Harry with spit. Ron obviously realized that he'd gotten Harry into trouble because he hadn't called again. Harry's other best friend from Hogwarts, Hermione Granger, hadn't been in touch either. Harry suspected that Ron had warned Hermione not to call, which was a pity because Hermione, the cleverest witch in Harry's year, had Muggle parents, knew perfectly well how to use a telephone, and would probably have had enough sense to not say that she went to Hogwarts. It looks like you're asleep. Yeah. Good. 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 I'm gonna slip out and let you rest now. I hope it's a very restful sleep with no bad dreams. Good dreams only. I'll be here when you wake